Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bigger Than Race, exposure to all things true, whether you like it or not, with unique perspectives from different beings from all walks of life. This is Bigger Than Race. Investigate truth on your own terms. Welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brandon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in today. But you see on the screen, SingularityNET Cardano, the merger of two crypto giants. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bigger Than Race. And I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank my Patreon group as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not in the Patreon group, you definitely need to. I mean, my gosh, there's so much going on in there. We just started a giveaway of 20,000 Constellation DAG. So if you want to participate, you got 48 hours, but that's only in the Patreon group. Now I just want to go in because this is going to be a doozy. And as we start this transformation, which has already been happening right before our eyes, I want you to see the transformation right here on this screen, because you know I'm going to do it. Let's go.
我们整个弄的前前后后可能持续了将近1年多吧，看似呢并不复杂，但是它里边整个的这个动作连贯性、整体的控制，它确实还是有一定的难度。就是根据影视动漫里边造型做出来的一些板材，然后剩下的呢会有一部分是用真车的这种汽车部件作为原材料去拼接焊装做成的。
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the transformation. I had to start you off with the appetizer. And now we're going to get into the main course.
As Aluxers, we got places to be and people.
Anyways, as I said, let's get into the main course. We just had the waiter drop a drink right on our table. They cleaned it up. Let's go.
So once you have an AI, which is at the level of general intelligence of, say, the people in this room, that AI will then be able to replicate itself 1,000,000 times, because you can do that with software. It will be able to improve its own hardware, introspect into its own mind and software, and improve itself. But then once it's made itself a little smarter, it will be even smarter at making itself smart. And then you will repeat. And this is how you will get a mind that is tremendously superhuman, not a superman, as Nietzsche called it, but a supermind, a super being. And you have to imagine at a certain point, this sort of AI will leave humanity as such far behind, just as we've left fish and one-cell organisms far behind. But the scope of possibilities is really quite broad, and people tend to anthropomorphize tremendously and think that, AI minds going beyond humanity, they're either going to be our slaves or they're going to want to imprison us or oppress us. We tend to envision these AIs as somehow entering into human drama and human emotion and human society, whereas actually, if you think about how we relate to ants or squirrels, we have no desire to mess with their love lives or argue with them over a leaf or an acorn or something, right? We're just occupied with different things. So, having said that, I think ultimately through recursive self-improvement, AIs are going to become tremendously more intelligent and capable than human beings in ways that no human will be able to understand without following the AI.
So you mean to tell me, Ben, Dr. Ben, that AI is going to be smarter than me smarter than me. It's kind of mind blowing when you think about it. But you would have to. I have to ask you this, Ben. Like people are afraid of robots and artificial intelligence only because of the predictive programming that we do see on these movies and TV shows, and you do see robot kicking ass. Movie prime example, Elysium. He works in the factory building the robots, but then the robot is kicking his ass while he's on the way to his job. Now, it only takes a flip of a switch from a robot to go happy, then to turn angry. Now, that is something that we have to keep in mind. Now, I'm not saying everything is bad, but, we do see that in movies. So I would love to hear what Dr. Ben would have to say in that regard. There's another side to the coin. But here we are. Cardano plus SingularityNET. AI blockchain partnership. Trillions in market cap. Cardano plus SingularityNET partnership equals trillions in market cap. Now, I had to say that twice because it said trillions in market cap. Boom! I wish I had a bomb. I would throw it at you right now. Now, this is from Fractal Crypto. He says Cardano and SingularityNET are set to become the biggest movers and shakers in the whole blockchain space. Oh, I feel it rumbling right now. With the combination of both blockchain and AI CEO geniuses, they have masterminded an unstoppable AI and blockchain revolutionary platform that will be first to achieve a global decentralized general AI intelligence. Both are now fully adopting each other's APIs and infrastructure to create advanced AI reasoning abilities directly woven into the fabric of the Cardano blockchain ecosystem. Building AI plus blockchain tools together in an economic and symbiotic relationship will make Cardano and SingularityNET become the top platforms for all Fortune 500 companies to adopt, leading the charge into fourth industrial revolution, where AI and blockchain will converge into one single, inseparable entity. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to repeat that again. AI and blockchain will converge into one single, inseparable entity, giving rise to real general intelligence within everything. That's why this merger is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Cardano and SingularityNET is kissing in the tree. KISSING. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes millions in my baby carriage. And I know you want some of those millions. Cardano's anticipated Gogan smart contract release in March will enable SingularityNet's platform to fully release advanced platform features where all AI interactions happen on-chain and function much like a decentralized global brain. Cardano will become the body/nervous system of SingularityNet's neuron-like brain structure, allowing all AI interactions and processes within one embodied blockchain ecosystem on-chain, solving the global problems of inexplainable AI and trusted AI. Now it says here, watch Charles Hoskinson and Dr. Ben Gertzel discuss SingularityNet and Cardano. Let's take a little peek in, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to tear it too long. We're just a couple of flies on the wall, watching two geniuses talk their shit. Let's go.
But then you also need to operate on that data, and you need a source. Okay? The power and magic of SingularityNet, the power and magic of AI, is that you can do all kinds of really, really cool things with that platform, with the agents of that platform, that will enable you to verify veracity and mine interesting statistics and so forth. And Wolfram has a language named Wolfram and one of the largest sets of data in the world to operate on. Okay. And they have deals with Siri, they have deals with Alexa, they have deals all across the entire space. I think they work with Google. There's not a single Fortune 500 that doesn't talk to the Wolfram platform. And they have this amazing programming language which allows you to compute the data. Okay, so basically the idea here is that oracles are only as good as the source and availability and computability of the information. Okay, so you need the info itself. You have a notion of veracity, so the truthiness of the data. You also have an availability issue. Okay, and you also need completeness. So you have all the info that you want, it's there when you want it, and there's some way of determining that that looks good. Then layer 2, you need the ability to access it. Okay, and so even if it's available from the source, you have to get it into the Cardano network itself. And the SPOs, they provide that. Okay, then after that, you have to be able to compute on it. Compute it. And this is where Wolfram, their programming language, and this is where SingularityNET are two incredibly powerful tools that will allow you, while you're writing your smart contracts, to write custom domain-specific queries to be able to do all kinds of computations on that. And this entire flow can be done in a uniform way, okay? Because at the end of the day, you have the smart contract living here. Now,
Cardano AGI. As I just said again, ladies and gentlemen, they're like two fine little pieces of eye candy. Ladies, it can be some men that's eye candy. I happen to think I am a piece of eye candy myself. And if you think that, put a little chocolate bar in the comment box. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, let's watch these two geniuses talk.
I haven't created it yet, so perhaps in some way I was underestimating the magnitude of the problem.
Yeah. So it seems to me there's a trend of wanting to avoid boundaries. And so you entered through mathematics, which is probably, I agree, one of the most enjoyable topics to just self-study. You could just read for the rest of your life and discover things for the rest of your life.
And you'd only get through 1% of it.
Exactly. And probably less than that, especially with how much math has happened in the 20th century. And so then you say, hey, I'm going to go work on something that is so universal that if I was to achieve great progress in that, then this could be reapplied to achieve great progress in many things instead of just one thing. So you solve an AGI, you're also solving time travel.
And then when I got
the longevity
older, I started thinking more about doing good for the world, right? And then you start to think, well, okay, my grandfather, who was a physical chemist, he got old and died, right? And my parents are in their mid-70s. They will get old and die. I myself could get old and die. And there's mental illness, there's all starving children and diseased children. I mean, there's all these issues in the world which could be solved by greater intelligence if that greater intelligence had a harmonious value system. So I think a little later in life, my motivation shifted just from the pure intellectual puzzle and the desire to do amazing, cool things to, wow, there's a lot of really bad things going on this planet, along with really good things, and these could actually be cured, right? Like in the same way that smallpox is cured, and in the same way that electricity and airplanes solve fundamental problems, like having and antibiotics solve fundamental problems. I mean, having an AGI could create genuine abundance, and it could allow people to get root access over their own brains and minds and bodies. I mean, you can do so much good with an AGI, as well as being able to prove, math theorems and solve physics beyond the human scale. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, did you not hear what he just said? You can do so much with an AGI. You can do so much with these tokens. They're going to be extremely valuable. If you're holding them, I think you are going to be extremely rich, wealthy. Now, they are telling you exactly what AGI is. It's abundance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have to look forward to. Now it says SingularityNET AI Oracle. SingularityNET is the world's first decentralized AI oracle and global artificial general intelligence platform that combines and interoperates the world narrow AI and data resources into a hive mind AI web, AI oracle, or AI marketplace built on a new SingularityNET www.ai protocol. SingularityNET AI protocol uses AGI tokens within all SingularityNET AI interactions and payments, including high-value third-party AI data and AI training services listed within the platform. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means it's the SingularityNET. We will see the AGI token with that network effect. The network effect brings value. This is why Bitcoin is at the prices that it is, because it's scarce. And when the network effect happens, people buy it or people using it, the value goes up. Did you ever think why they only give you so many? They only give you a couple AGI tokens when you stake it. Because they're going to be so valuable. I've been staking since staking was open. I know my tokens is well done, but I'm okay with that. So you must take advantage of these tokens, because I can surely tell you that there won't be too many floating around that accessible coming very soon. So grab them while you can. Now it says AGI token will grow in value proportional to the coming exponential network utility from blockchain partners, DeFi adoption, governments, corporations, and developers. SingularityNET recently released a Java SDK for Android app developers to build decentralized AI into all apps within Play Store. SingularityNET combines all governmental, corporate, and developer AI data resources together into a single decentralized AI oracle, creating the resources needed to beat Google and others to real general AI abilities, decentralizing the coming AI/AGI revolution worth trillions US dollars. Now we know, of course, if we know SingularityNET is going to outdo them, we all know that they're going to partner with SingularityNET. Little birdie on the street told me that they're already in bed with them. They're all laying next to each other. No covers on them. Butt naked. Global narrow AI and data resources are wrapped into the SingularityNET API and combined into SingularityNET's self-evolving AI interoperability software suite to automatically evolve many AI combinations, which can perform tasks not inherently programmed into any single AI alone, creating more intelligence than the sum of the parts, as CEO Dr. Ben Gortzel's planned in the SingularityNET white paper here. And guys, you can come and click this link. Boom. I will definitely link Fractal Crypto's great research and work. He's definitely somebody that you can trust. But not everybody does their own research. Not everybody investigates truth on their own terms. But you better start. This evolving intelligence layer of combined narrow AI groups are further reasoned over by the world's most sophisticated AI reasoning engine, OpenCall. Ladies and gentlemen, you know we already did a deep dive on OpenCall, and we showed you who's all in bed with them, but you can only see so much because they keep it hidden, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want all this bullishness out here on the TV screen or the computer. Also built by SingularityNET CEO Ben Gortzel over 30 years. So Dr. Ben has been working on OpenCall for many years. OpenCog will automatically abstract, learn, and reason over the whole SingularityNet AI structure, create on-chain, human-like general AI learning abilities with contextual understanding for all global and blockchain applications. This is poised to revolutionize and decentralize the world's AI industry. OpenCog open source software is already adopted by global companies like Cisco, Huawei, and many more. SingularityNet have already achieved major adoption from many government organizations and Fortune 500 companies, including Cisco, Ping An, PICC, but most are still under NDAs. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's a plethora of companies that they are laying in bed with that they cannot speak about. It's like me. I don't kiss and tell. I just smile and laugh, and you assume everything. Speculation rules the world. SingularityNet and Cisco are building artificial general intelligence within live smart city applications. Watch Cisco CTO Hugo Latapai on SingularityNet's AI and general AI abilities. Now you can click here. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this will be linked here, I promise you. Fractal Crypto will keep this here. Now we know Cisco was a big deal. Now the true AGI project. Ladies and gentlemen, SingularityNet's creating a new decentralized open call design called True AGI. It will incorporate distributed and decentralized AI computations through blockchains and low latency 5G networks. True AGI combined with Cardano's blockchain abilities will finally pull together all the parts necessary to achieve an on-chain advanced general intelligence, disrupting big tech's AI oligopoly and democratizing that power through a fully decentralized AI blockchain ecosystem of ecosystems. SingularityNet AI Oracle aims to remain multi-chain and become a high-level decentralized application which plugs into all blockchains and achieves full spectrum adoption like Chainlink. SingularityNet will become the world's decentralized AI reasoning plugin and eventually adopted into the fabric of all blockchain platforms and dApps. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand what you are holding? Do you understand the words that is coming out of my mouth? AI plus blockchain convergence. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Cardano and SingularityNet. Partnership signals the start of the final stage of technological convergence of AI plus blockchain, where the two platforms merge into a symbiotic intelligence super platform. Oh my God. This is bullish news, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about technological convergence, also known as digital convergence. Is that this is the tendency for technologies that were originally unrelated to become more closely integrated and even unified as they develop and advance. Uh, uh, this is just bullish news. Anybody who knows Charles Hoskinson, tell him I need to have a conversation. I need to. I want to eat a breakfast burrito with Charles Hoskinson. With all that good farmland and crops you got out there in Colorado. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've touched on some of this stuff on this channel. This Cardano and SingularityNet's partnership will write history as the monumental key infrastructure player in the democratization and decentralization of global AI, spearheading the fourth industrial revolution, leading to full on-chain general intelligence abilities within the world's Internet of Things infrastructure, creating a new Internet of Intelligent Things through SingularityNet's APIs. Oh gosh. SingularityNet combined with Cardano's blockchain infrastructure will easily capture a large healthy share of the coming 15.7 to 150 trillion AI industry predicted by 2030 within AGI and ADA platform tokens. Now, I've seen other predictions saying that this is going to happen by 2025. And you know how I think. I think just like the art of war, appear far when you are actually near. I know Charles Hoskinson is right outside my house. wanting to go eat a breakfast burrito. I know he's near, and you should too, because the AGI and the robots are already delivering Postmates here in Los Angeles. So you better get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in the Patreon group, I assure you, you should definitely be, especially if you are new in crypto. A lot of times we don't know what's going on. We don't know what pitfalls to avoid. But I can help you do that. I can help you get ready for the fourth industrial revolution and help you feel confident about it. I won't leave you out here lonely. So come and click the link below, and you'll definitely see the Patreon group. You'll love it. Many of the Patreon group members are making money right now because they do their own research after investigating truth on the Bigger Than Race channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, CEO Charles Hoskinson recently released the Oracle special video describing the new Cardano structure, and we actually highlighted a little piece of it here previously. Now, I advise you guys to watch some of this stuff. I also ask you to come and read some more of this article. Honestly, it's almost over, but see, I have to come back and do a part 2 to this because it's just so bullishly long. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in for this wonderful video on Cardano and SingularityNET. I'm so happy that we have the opportunity to own this. I mean, just think about what we can do with this when the marketplace fully takes off. I don't got to write anymore. I'm just going to have an AI do it. If I want to play the drums, I'm going to have an AI do it. If I want to eat Chinese food, I'm going to have my robot chef cook it up for me. Because the Jetsons told me first. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who this is. This is your boy, Brando. Investigate truth on your own terms.